more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. Fielded just inside the 20. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. They'll start this drive, and right away, he lost the football. And the Packers pick it up. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And it's 3rd and 4 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he is going to have a Packers 1st down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And his kick is good. And the Packers are off to a 3-0 lead. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And really, it's worth talking a little more about the stakes of this game. Currently, these are the top 2 seeds in the NFC. I think they're the 2 best teams. Would you agree?
I think you can definitely make the case that they are, and I like where you're going with that. I do know that we've seen a couple of other teams along the way that would say, hey, don't forget about us. But your premise, I think, could be spot on. These could easily be the top 2 teams in the NFC.
A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. The Panthers at 13-1 now on the year, and they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here, and if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason, and we know that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the 1st. To throw, Huntley. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he is going to have a Panthers 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll work down inside the 45. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line. Clock running, under a minute to go now here in a fast-moving first quarter. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. He's got the connection to Moore. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
On second down, they'll try and run the counter. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
With the score, Packers 3, Panthers nothing.
The Panthers on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Huntley. And it'll be intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it. And the Packers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but half on the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. They call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Huntley to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Moore. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on 3rd down. Huntley. And he'll go right back to Moore. Complete again. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line. It's a gain of 4.
On 3rd down, they'll try and pick it up with a counter. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
A handoff as they run the counter play. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. Second down. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Second and 6.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A 15-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers have moved out in front. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got 2 division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule. But you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want, but on the defensive side of the ball, you scramble a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
Now that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Minus 9 yards on the play, and now it's 3rd down. A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the 1st down marker. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. On now is the Packers punter, as he's on here to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and they will take over 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And that last touchdown drive, a good mix of pass and run. Defensively, they just looked a little out of whack.
And it's so hard to stay up with an offense that has things going so well, where you're guessing and guessing wrong play after play. So what you need is someone on the defensive side of the ball to make a big play. Throw that balance out of whack. That's what you're looking for now. Not worrying so much about guessing what the play call is.
Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Back to throw. Huntley. That pass complete to Moore. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down. Huntley. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And they'll bring him down right at midfield, and he is well short of the 1st down. Now a timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number one. On second and very short, Rodgers. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now the Packers going to burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Rodgers now on first down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him, complete.
Yeah. Turn me up. Yeah. Hey, check it. Okay, I feel unstoppable. Losing's impossible. Go against the team, the thing they know not to do. Bright lights, game on the line. Do what I gotta do. Time after time, we do the impossible. You ain't made it till you got stylers go out and shop for you. You ain't made it till they put on top of you. Parading through the city, the whole block come out for you. We just getting started, y'all finna see what we bout to do. Boy, stop, you ain't here, I'm the real truth. Hunters, real blues, trips on them still new. Shopping at Dover Street, I'm dripping like mildew. They say you don't visit the hood, dog, I still do. A real one, only difference, my bill's bigger. I'm still with ya, I just got rich a little quicker. The same man, God handed me his game.
Well, it is just the perfect time of year for a trip to the Carolinas, and that's where we find ourselves at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Green Bay Packers and the Carolina Panthers. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll start on the ground here on first down. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
It's a loss of 3. Brings up second and 13 at the 22-yard line.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down.
They did tell us they wanted to establish the ground game early, didn't they?
They did, and a small sample size that we've seen so far, but pretty good return.
Yeah, you got to like that. They've strung together a couple of first downs, established what they wanted, the running game. And guess what? They also got the lead guy running it pretty well, too.
Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down. Stopped at the Panthers' 38. It's been a 7-play opening drive, and this is 3rd and short. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he is going to have a Packers first down by a couple of yards as they're able to get 4 there on 3rd and 2. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
Yeah, they held them to just 7 points. And if you rewatch the game tape, and I did multiple times, it was amazing to me that the other guys even got 7. They were absolutely dominating on that side of the football.
And they got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he's brought down, but he has it down to the 12 on a pickup of 12. 1st and 10.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Now Rodgers. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. So the pitch and catch good for 11. And that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll take this one in for a Packer touchdown. A great play there, with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. Taken from about the 12. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And not a lot of daylight, not really any daylight inside, as he's going to be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Brings up 2nd down. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Evades the tackler, and now some space. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. As they run the counter play. Yeah, he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. 2nd down now. On 2nd down, they'll try and run the counter. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 19. And they get 10 yards there and convert on 3rd. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. A handoff as they run the counter play. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Looking to throw. Huntley firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. After 7-0 on EA Sports. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the Panthers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. 1st and goal and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. He'll try again. And he's not going too far. In fact, stopped dead in his tracks at the 3. Through a couple of plays, this Green Bay defense is held strong. Now it's 3rd and goal. Now they send a running back in motion right. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Touchdown! DJ Moore, his first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by Gain is up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Taken from about the 12. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete.
Brandon, we've got ourselves a ball game, and those guys on defense, they came to play. Slipped up on their first series, but they're definitely settling in now and letting it be known that points won't come so easy again.
On now is the Packers punter, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. This is taken at the 15. That'll wind up being a 50-yard punt, though they do get 10 back on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they had the touchdown during the last drive, and I'm guessing that you like the balance they had on that last drive.
And I loved it. Forget liking it. Absolutely love what they were doing, because to be ahead of the defense that much, where every play call you have, run or pass, is working pretty well for you.
Makes you look like a genius.
It really does. It also lets you know that your preparation was pretty good, and now the defense has to do all the adjusting.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Avoids him at the 40. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 50 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack to about the 48-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
On 2nd down, they'll try and run the counter. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. On 3rd down, they'll try and pick it up with a counter. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. A handoff as they run the counter play. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. A handoff as they run the counter play. And they'll get this down to the 10. 11 yards there, 1st down. Room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. 2nd and 8 coming up. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he's going to pull his way down to about the 1-yard line. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Here we go, here we go. Nick these ices, Nick these ices. Hey.
On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's Rodgers. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Pushes him over. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. On play action, now Rodgers. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd and long, it's Rodgers. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. Now a second timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. On now is the Packers punter, as he'll punt it away for the second time. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission. 118 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame. On 1st down, Huntley. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. Now the Panthers are going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 1st and 10, Huntley. He rifles one that's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers finding his safety valve here. That's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. 2nd down and 3. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he goes down at the 26. A pickup of 13, and that last play began at the 13. 1st down. And this one is right through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
So we are at halftime here on Christmas Eve. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one and set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
14 yards, good for a Panther first down. A handoff as they run the counter play. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Handoff as they run the counter play. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. On second down, they'll try and run the counter. And he's got this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 24. Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. On first down, he'll go to the ground attack. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun. Huntley. And he's got the hook up to Moore.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. Right back to him on first down. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. From back at the 3 now. This is 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Huntley looking end zone, but it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be...
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And all the gamble fails. It's incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the Packer defense stands tall down by the goal line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20.
80 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
And he'll take this to about the 24, a gain of 3.
You know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On now is the Packers punter in punt formation, but as we've seen, that's no guarantee he'll punt the football. And it's a fake here on 4th and inches. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage.
How about that for a call? Leading in the second half, fake punt, but this one's going to work against them.
And, partner, I love a fake punt as much as anyone. In fact, I might love it more than other people, but in this case, probably a step too far because not only does it not work, but look at the field position they gave up after the attempt.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, Huntley. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. A great effort there. 29 yards. And the Panthers have taken the lead here in this third quarter. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
You're exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of approach, multiple plays that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. On now is the Packers punter. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And they're going to try this again. It's another fake. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool them. And the Panthers are going to get it back in excellent field position. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. They find some open field here. Touchdown, Carolina. A great play there. His second touchdown of the night. And the Panthers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away.
Taken from about the 12. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Now, meanwhile, a final play here is incomplete, and that's going to take us to the end of the third quarter of play. The offense on third down tonight, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Throwing now is Rodgers. He's got a man, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3. From the 38, Rodgers. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 27-yard line. A handoff as they run the counter play. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down. On second down, they'll try and run the counter. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Rodgers now to throw. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And down he goes, but the stiff arm utilized effectively there, and it helps him move the sticks. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try to run this one in, and he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll go again from the 3 here on second and goal.
And they'll run again. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line.
This Carolina defense looking to keep him out of the end zone once more. Third and goal. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. And his kick is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Their lead back down to 1 score after the field goal a moment ago, so they'll be looking to string together a few first downs, likely on the ground as they begin first and 10. 218 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line. On third down, they'll try and pick it up with a counter. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Looking to throw. Huntley. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 23. A handoff as they run the counter play. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. On third down, they'll try and pick it up with a counter.
And the Panthers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Now the Packers going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respect, and he is in. Touchdown, Carolina. A 5-yard touchdown run.
And the Panthers Packers extend their fourth quarter lead, and they are closing in now on a 14-win campaign. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and the lead is up to 15 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But also have to remember, they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty. And the Panthers are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle in the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee, and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for the Panthers, it's another win for them, and you wonder if they want a redo on that one loss as they sit now at 14-1. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Tampa Bay Buccaneers come to town. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, it's a rare loss for them as they fall to 13-2. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the New Orleans Saints.